Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. By my watch, it is 1 o'clock, and I've got some ringers that need to be somewhere this afternoon, so we are marching on. As a matter of fact, I've been told to keep my remarks short, so I will try to do just that. Got a couple more folks coming in. All right. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Keith Reagan. I'm the director of the Handbell Choir here at Christ our King. For purposes of attending a festival, I merge a group of people together from ringers from our church, Christ our King, and from First Church over in Bel Air. And let me introduce everyone. I've got Samantha from our church here in Christ our King. I've got Samantha Davis, Margaret Bain, Linda Elkin, Debbie Kinsler, Ashley Young. I'm not going in order, don't panic. Sarah Rixum, Dannon Burry, Gordon Murray, Alan Andersek, and now, Marlene Butler, bless her heart, just had a new knee, and she's standing out there ringing. She was not able to attend festival, but sat in and assisted us in ringing in that position, which was the position that I snuck in to ring, and is here today. It was almost impossible to direct these pieces or to play without direction, so she helped us by ringing in my spot for our rehearsals and is here today. Thank you, Marlene. Couldn't have done it without her. I was actually very lucky to even have a spot to be able to ring. Not all the directors do. So here's how this works real quick for those of you that may not have.
How about First Church?
Oh, First Church, I'm sorry. Ruth Howard, Mark Waite, Gretchen Lekites, and John Anker. Now Gordon is the director of the Handbell Choir over at First Church. So thank you to all those who have been with us for all of our rehearsing. We've rehearsed for 9 Sundays, I think it is, leading up to this. Just real quick how this works. We look for a festival, we find the date, we project out 9 or 10 rehearsals. We have to learn 6 pieces of music. So when you show up, you only have 1 day with the clinician, and all the clinician's going to work on is phrasing and his or her ways of directing the choir. But you expect it to show up with the material learned. We're doing that in addition to keeping up with our regular repertoire here at our own church. So we ring, Christ our King rings about 6 or 7 pieces in the fall and 6 or 7 pieces in the spring. And festival music tends to be a little more challenging than anything else in our repertoire. That's one reason we go to festival, is to challenge ourselves and learn more music. Which leads me to say, listen to us with an open mind and a kind heart.
Great.
We're going to have fun here.
With grace.
Right, Linda? Sure. We're not going to be perfect, but we're going to have a good time. Okay? All right. Let's see, what else have I got to say? Our clinician for this year was David Harris, who is the director of the, world-famous Raleigh Ringer Handbell Ensemble down in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is our 5th year to be going to festival. I'm so excited that they haven't quit on me. They seem to actually want to keep going. I'm not sure. That's great. That's great. We went to Ocean City twice. This is our 2nd one for Central Pennsylvania. We've been up to Susquehanna Valley. So I think we're going to keep doing it. All right. Did I leave anything out? Okay. Except for what we're playing? All right. So 6 pieces of music. In this case, the committee for this festival picked the music, invited the clinician David Harris, and we learned it. He worked with us. We had a wonderful performance yesterday at 4 o'clock after an entire day's worth of rehearsing with him. Had a good time together. And I will tell you, in the 5 years that we've come back from these festivals, we've incorporated at least 6 or 7 of our festival pieces into our church repertoire. So, and I'm hoping, one in particular, that we will be incorporating.
Throw us under the bus.
All right. First piece is Jubilation Fanfare. This is a piece composed by Sandra Eithun, a complete composition by her Jubilation Fanfare. Thank us. All right, thank you very much. One thing I wanted to mention, again, for those of you who might not be familiar, our choir here rings 5 octaves of Schumann bells and 5 octaves of Schumann hand chimes. There are 61 bells in a 5-octave bell set and 61 chimes. They are responsible for 122 instruments throughout these 6 pieces of music. And you'll see some of that furious activity. Now, our next piece is In the Shadow of Your Wings, an original composition by Karen Buckwalter. Many of these composers are well known throughout the Bell community. Karen happens to be the clinician we rang for last festival. You might even remember this piece. So, In the Shadow of Your Wings by Karen Buckwalter. Oh, sorry. All right, our next piece is Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Some of these pieces are original compositions, and others are arrangements. This one happens to be an arrangement by Sandra Eithun. We did an original composition just a moment ago. This is an arrangement of hers for Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. every festival has a challenge piece. Many of these were challenge pieces for us. We've got a couple coming up. This one was probably the big challenge piece. Now, bear with us. Be part of us. I want you to think back to Holy Week. Put your mindset into Holy Week and setting up for the crucifixion and the risen Christ on Sunday. You will hear the entire tale told in this piece of music. We hope. It's called The Passion Prophecy, and it is a new composition by Cathy Moklebust, probably one of the most prolific handbell authors in the industry. I want to read to you the passage on which she based this new composition. It's from Isaiah 53, verses 4 through 5. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. This will be a piece, the likes of which you have never heard before from a handbell part. So travel with us through Holy Week. Ever heard anything like that? Bells? Cathy Moklebust is amazing. Her repertoire is phenomenal with much of her music. Just a new composition. Just we weren't sure we liked it, and now I think we all love it, right? Yeah.
Really?
All right, our next piece is probably the other challenge piece. Remember, open mind, kind hearts. This is Embrace the Day by one of our favorite composers, Jason Krug. That's a little inside joke. Jason Krug, an astounding musician, was not a bell player when he began composing bell music. So he would make these wonderful compositions and then left it up to the bell ringers to figure out how to fit the notes in that he wanted at a certain spot. But we have played a lot of Jason's music. Jason was one of our clinicians in our very first festival in Ocean City. This is Embrace the Day by Jason Krug.
on some everlasting arms.
There you go. One thing I remembered I wanted to tell you, the next opportunity that you have to go to a mass ringing like we did yesterday, please take that opportunity. Yesterday there were 14 full choirs and a choir or two made up of a mix of ringers that they gathered together. So I'm going to say there were probably 140 to 150 ringers in the room. And if you can just imagine the sound, imagine what you just heard multiplied by 13 other choirs, especially that Passion Prophecy. It's an amazing experience. You should go to one if you have a chance. Just truly amazing. Our last piece, and let me thank you very much for coming. We appreciate your spending your Sunday afternoon when you could have been outside basking in the sun. I know. Thank you for coming. And please give one more round of applause for our wonderful ringers. If anything, they put up with me, so that's saying a lot right there. Our last piece is Leaning on the Everlasting Arms, a good old gospel piece. This one is an arrangement by Ron Mallory. Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. for coming. We've enjoyed playing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it playing for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.